Hey, hello guys, Jambo Sana. Welcome to our show, Joymaker Show as always. In our homes, in our lifestyles, in our schools, colleges, wherever we are, homes, at work, mental health has always been disregarded. Ukisikia msa akisema mental health, you don't take it serious. Mental health na depression is not common to us most of the time in our talks, in our daily lives. Usually disregarded. Kuna difference ya mental health na depression. Na hizi, all of this comes from our biological era, our family backgrounds, our traumas, even our daily work where we belong. So today we have a guest, and today, as you all know, in Joymaker Show, we elevate, we engage, and we motivate. So today we want to talk about mental health and depression. What's the difference? How is it like? Unajuaje uko ndani? How do you know you're in the mental health? How do you know to capture about it? Tuko na guest, a super guest is with us today. He will discuss to us and take us through them. Pole pole tuelewe. We understand it. We even, if you have a questions, you can always ask. As you know, we always engage, elevate. So, ini mambo yetu, si mnaelewa. So, sitaenda sana. I'll just talk less, and with the much said, I'll introduce her name. She'll tell us her name, where she's from, her background kidogo and everything, so that we can understand some of these things before we talk about the mental health. Tuingie kwa history kabisa. Kaa hapo, be waiting. Kidogo tu, na tutalan together. Karibu sana.
Thank you.
Yeah, can you, with our audience and everything, can you just introduce yourself kidogo, tell them who you are, and a little bit about background about yourself?
Yeah.
It would be nice.
My name is Namrata Shah,
Yeah.
and I'm a trainer for the Art of Living youth programs. And since 2017, I've taught more than 3,000 youth and children the Art of Living programs and how to release stress through something very different, through breathing and meditation. And it's helped thousands of youth across Kenya to help them deal with their challenges, to help them come out of stress, anxiety. So this has been my work. And the Art of Living itself is a globally renowned organization, present in 156 countries worldwide.
Wow.
With 30,000 volunteer trainers like myself, who are doing amazing work all over the world.
That's nice. So, can you tell us, was there a personal moment that you can tell us about mental health, and I went just like a small brief for somebody to understand the difference between mental health and depression? Just what history can you say about it?
So, mental health and depression are both linked, and how, we're so afraid to talk about what is mentally good or acceptable. And depression is something that affects anybody. The statistics are showing that 1 in 4 people are affected by some kind of mental health issue. And if you see what mental health is, it's about how to make your mind healthy. We're okay to make our body healthy, isn't it? By gymming. It's so universally accepted. But how do you make the mind healthy? This is also something we need to look at. And what is a healthy mind? We need to define that as a society, as a youth, as an individual. And that is when you're able to come out of your emotions like frustration, depression, resentment, anger, and you're not holding on to it for years or months, then we can say that, and you have learned how to move on, then we can say you're mentally healthy. But that's very difficult to do. Generally, we feel very low with certain circumstances. We feel down. We tend to withdraw if something doesn't go the way we want it. Whether in a relationship, whether financially, whether with your peers, with your parents, at school, at home, in college. There's always something that's going to make you feel challenged. So how do we build mental resilience? How do we build our our way to look at each other in terms of a perspective that's healthy, that we can be happy? These are the things we need to look at when we're looking at depression and we're talking about mental health. But mental health is also, depression also requires a clinical diagnosis, which sometimes is very difficult to do.
Yeah.
I have my bachelor's of science in psychology.
Yeah.
So you need to see what kind of diagnosis or exact process is happening in the mind, and not everybody can do that. So that's why I feel talking about mental health, talking about depression, it helps you to understand what you may be going through.
Yeah.
And whether you're able to go through it and move out of it and come out of it, or whether you're doing something to help yourself. So this is where I am very keen to speak about mental health awareness.
So you being passionately about this mental health awareness, is there a personal thing that you went through that's why you're passionate about this advocacy about mental health?
Yes.
Or is it like you just feel like you need to help people outside here about mental health?
No.
What was what drives you?
Yeah, so when I was young, I was bullied as a child, and at that time there was not even a word like depression.
Okay, let's talk about this bullying.
Yeah. Well, bullying is...
How were you bullied? How were you bullied? Was it like a big boy or big girl pushing you around?
It came in different ways to me as a child, and it was somebody saying something nasty, or coming to you and making sure they put you in a place where you're not accepted, or there's something about you that they don't like. So they're words, constant words, and when you're young as a child, that can really affect you.
Is there a simple an instance that you remember?
I remember when I was with somebody, and I was going to go somewhere, and they said to me, "Oh, you look so terrible today. You don't look so good today. Look at you. You don't know anything about yourself." So that was for a 12-year-old or 13-year-old like myself, that was something I was like, okay, it really affected me. And I know so many children and youth are going through that.
Yeah.
And they face constant rebuttal from their peers in terms of nasty words and comments. And it can also be in the home.
Was it your friend? Was it your relative, or just a random person?
It was someone I knew. Yeah, and that's all I can say about it.
So that's when it hurt when you got it from him, or was it her?
It was a him, and yes, it felt very, very different, very difficult to go through. Because it was continuous. Bullying is not something somebody says something to you once and then you can get over it.
Yeah.
It's always something that's coming to you in different ways. Yeah.
And you got over it. You fought it, and
yeah. And the way I did was when I was around 16 or 17, if I can remember clearly. And also when you're asking me, I'm trying to really take my mind back to that situation because now I'm over it. It's hard.
It's hard.
But I'm speaking because I know so many people face that.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether it's through school when you're a child, or whether you're in an office, or whether you're at home. You're facing some kind of
something.
Yeah,
that
some kind of
drain your energy and makes you feel very sad.
Definitely.
For a long time.
It doesn't have to be defined only as a bullying process.
Yeah.
It can also be defined as somebody just ignoring you.
True.
Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm getting you.
So imagine you are wanting to be seen as a person, and you're being ignored by the person who loves you the most, maybe, or you look up to it.
Yeah.
You get?
Or you did something so that this person can see you're doing something good, then he turns you down.
Yes.
Or he looks down upon you.
Exactly.
At that time, you have just put your whole effort. You're like, this is where he'll say I'm good. This is where he'll know I'm usually passionate about this thing. Then,
exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel like the more awareness we bring to these kind of situations,
Yeah.
where people are facing or going through it alone,
Yeah.
and that's when I took up this initiative to teach youth and children. I never wanted them to feel alone in this psychological trauma the way I felt. And that's what motivated me. And that is my passion now. It's a, yeah.
So what are some of the mental challenges you see most often, and how do you, the most of challenges you see most often in people or in someone, and you feel like there's a way you can handle this issue? But you regularly see it in people, and you feel like this is easy for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are these challenges, and what can you say about them?
I find, there are trends that I'm seeing amongst our youth, and the trends are anxiety, fear, depression, and also, a tendency for suicidal thoughts, and also fear of failure, fear of rejection. So how do we come out of all of this? How do we manage it? What do we do? We need to discuss this more openly and help each other. The trends I'm also noticing is our youth are, quick to judge themselves. They're quick to say, I've failed, I can't do this. And that's not the way forward. We need to see that if you fail once, that means you're on the way to success. I say the formula is if you fail 10 times, the 11th time you'll get it and you'll be a super success. So you have to change that perspective, that way, that if I fail once, that means I'm no longer good enough for society, for people, for myself. And then that really brings a lot of mental issues. It brings a lot of suffering in the mind.
Yeah.
Because we feel like, oh, I'm not good enough for anyone,
Yeah. Coming to this, saying that the youth, they don't accept themselves that they are going through something, especially through mental health, depression. Especially if you come to kuja sides za ghetto huku nyumbani, where people are like normal people, common people where I live. It's hard to find somebody saying, I'm under depression, because they believe it's a notion of high-end people, watu wa mabombe huko, like how do you live in a ghetto and say you're depressed and going for these therapies? What's one advice you can say, and what can you say people to see it's common and it's obvious for you to go through this? Because I believe it's a stigma. It's a stigma, and it's within us, and it's upon us.
100% it's a stigma. To discuss mental health it's an issue. And you know why? Because there is a gap in information between our generation. So if you see your parents and yourself, you're so well versed because of social media. You know certain things about mental health because you're able to access YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or whatever it is you go on. Whereas your parents never had that access. And so this generational conversation about the stigma associated with mental health needs to happen, so that the person who's going through it, like our youth, are able to express themselves freely and safely without feeling judged. And I feel that right now we are quick to judge people, and it's also very difficult to tell someone. You cannot go in a normal conversation and say, hey, I'm depressed. I've never heard someone say that, and you won't either. So, we need to be able to, as a society, be able to listen to people. We're not doing that enough. When someone says, I'm not feeling so good, we're not going and listening and spending time with them. So then the depression, the symptoms become chronic before it's too late. And I'm seeing more and more of our youth are going into that phase where they lock themselves in the room. They're not able to express, they feel judged, they feel totally like they're not able to relate to any of the people that they trust because they are quick to give them advice and judge them. So I'd like to change our perspective on mental health, because mental health again is associated with you need to go to, there's something wrong with you. We need to change that definition to mental health, to mental well-being. Healthy mind is healthy body. Without a healthy mind, your body also cannot be healthy, isn't it?
That's true. That's true. In terms of even your psyche.
Yeah.
Your psyche, maybe your morale.
Yes.
Even how you work things out. Maybe you are good at maybe building something. That day you go to build, you don't have that energy because you are.
You're thinking about something
Yeah,
that
yeah.
happened to you.
A long time ago.
Exactly.
Or few moments ago.
Exactly that.
So in such situations, what do you tell somebody if you've gone through these shortcomings of maybe somebody looking down upon you and you expected too much from them, or your plans going down and you feel like you're failed enough? Those shortcomings, they usually don't last, but they're usually short, but also I think they usually affect somebody. Like you can say 2 weeks, oh, at work you're not performing too well because at home something happened to you. For those 2 weeks, your performance at job is low. If it is making profit, that week the profit will be low. To handle such situations, and as a youth coming out and looking in this mindset, there are no jobs, and people are going through a lot, looking for jobs and these things, such and such. What advice can you tell them in a short period that you are going through this? Always try to do this to cheer yourself up.
I would say, every youth has a potential, and every youth has the ability and the confidence to do what they set out to do. They have the information that's available easily on social media to use it positively rather than scrolling for hours.
Yeah.
Find a way. If you're passionate about photography, if you're passionate about business, if you're passionate about cooking, go and do it. Start small, start somewhere. This is the formula we need to keep. And as per the challenges you talked about, I don't know anybody in this world who's not facing a challenge like you are. So the perspective that I'm alone in my issues and somebody else who's sitting next to me is smiling and happy doesn't seem to have any, that needs to change. We're all going through our stuff. We all have our ups and downs in life. We all have our challenges. So how are you facing them? You need to be able to move through them easily. And the way I say is build mind resilience. Do meditation, like I'm teaching thousands of youth. Do breathing exercises. Find a way to be active. Go out and play sports with your peers. Find a way to do some games together that don't involve social media. And go and talk to people. Maybe you have 3 good friends you can talk to. 3 peers. Go and speak to them. Share with them. Take 2 hours out. Keep your phones at home. That would be your rule to meet. And then you really have a good time. It doesn't need to involve big money. You don't have to do anything. I feel the most important things that we can do are normally free, like walking, exercising. Everybody has access to a football field near them. You can't say you don't. So go out, get a group of girls and boys, because I know most of you don't like gender bias. Go and do that. And make a team of sporty activities. You will see you'll be able to come together in some good, positive stuff.
True. Especially nowadays when you see like the social media, especially what you're saying is true. The social media has affected a lot of youth, and I think it's bringing a lot of mental health, for me, disorder, because people are making their ranks higher in life, depending on the social media and the words that are used on social media. They feel like I'm just a participant in this life. It's like I just came to clap for others. Because you're seeing it on social media, it's not happening to you. I think there are people so much depressed about that. Do you think like social media and our culture and our faith also affects our mental health?
100%. Scientists have come up with a new word called brain rot, which if you spend too much time on social media, your cognitive functions in the brain start to reduce. And your brain starts to rot. Why? Overstimulation of the mind through social media. It brings you feel good for a while, and then you need more of it. It's like sugar. You like the taste of sugar, so you keep having it. You feel good, and then you need more to get to that level of feeling good. Are you understanding?
Yeah.
And so social media is really affecting the lives of youth. I have to be honest, I spent so much time on it just to know what our youth are facing.
Yeah.
What are the ways we can come out of it? Like doom scrolling. You scroll for there was a program I did. I asked the youth, how much time are you spending on social media? And the minimum they gave me was 12 hours. I was shocked.
That's too much time.
Yes.
How much time do you think somebody should spend on social media?
I think 2 hours maximum a day. After that, go and do some activity, which means do some kind of exercise. Go out and be with your friends and leave the phone at home. If somebody needs to reach you, they know where to find you. You just need to tell them, I'm doing this. We've forgotten how to do that. Are you understanding?
Yeah, I really get it.
Because the phone is a sense of security. You know, anyone who needs you can call you.
It's mobile. It's
correct.
Called mobile, something you work with. But that's a big challenge. That's a big challenge among us. And talking about it bringing mental health, I like the way you have brought it out. At least 2 hours. But somebody will be like, 2 hours?
It's too less.
It's too less. But I think that's good for your mental health. So that you can focus on other important things. Yeah,
the other thing I wanted to say was we need to be able to discern between, that means make a difference between real life, which is REEL, and real life. Real life is what you see on social media. So those
REEL.
Yes.
That's real life.
That's real life. Those smiles you see on Instagram, on I don't know TikTok. Which are the ones? I'm only on Instagram, so I only know
challenges.
The
challenges. There are celebrities who come up with things. They have bought houses.
Correct.
Bought cars.
How do you know they're real?
That's what I want.
How do you know the happiness they're showing you for 2 seconds for a photo is what they really are experiencing in real life?
True.
It is not a depiction of what's going on in society. It's definitely affecting the youth and the way they are, comparing. And that comparison that this person has this and I don't have this is making them feel and have low self-esteem. And depression is coming also because of this. So we need to understand that what you're seeing on social media is not the real life. The real life is what you are living. Look at yourself, how you can make yourself happy, and be very intentional with your use of social media. It's very good. It can teach you many things. There are excellent websites on education and your passion projects. You can go on YouTube and learn anything. I would really encourage our youth to do that. And I don't know, what's your take on this?
My take on this, I can say if it's about social media, I may believe you should have your own principles and values as much as you're using social media. Because nowadays the real media, that was the mainstream media, is dead. Nobody nowadays is on TV too much the way they are on the phone. So and the real media used to control how we see and what we think and our perspective about life. But nowadays social media is there, so everybody's posting and saying every other information. So there are truths and lies all together on social media. So it's about your personal principles, your values,
very nice.
and what you should think about life.
Definitely.
Yeah, for me that's my take. So for you, can you give us a parting shot? One parting shot to say, tell the people about mental health, about everything, all together that we've discussed about today and this time now. What can you say?
I want to tell the youth they're not alone in their feelings, in their mental health challenges that they're facing, to go out and do and participate in sports activities. Leave your phone, make a club of no phones, and something that will really attract people. Go and do things. We have so many beautiful spaces in Kenya you can use, in Nairobi, where you are, where you live. And the other thing I want to say is do breathing and meditation. The Art of Living programs are good. They've helped thousands of youth. You can go on YouTube. Instead of downloading a movie, you can do some meditation for 20 minutes a day and help your mind, build your mind resilience, because mind needs to remain healthy like the body. And if you use all of your skills, you'll be able to really succeed in your life. I'm confident, because I've interacted and trained thousands of youth, that each youth has their potential, has something good and an excellent qualities that they can move forward with. And those are my parting words. Thank you.
Okay guys, kama kawa, kama dawa, hapa ni Joymaker. And I'll tell you what guys, one thing. Tumeignore sana mental health for a long time. Unaona, it's high time we talk about it. It's affecting our youth. Na imeingia sana. In fact, after corona ili happen, tulikuwa tumefungiwa. So these things zili rise at a higher percent in most of us. Usidharau mental health. Woi, nimesema nini? Okay, usidharau mental health hapo nje. Don't take it for granted, because this thing, mental health, imagine, ina detect how we live with others, ina detect how we relate with others, ina detect how we handle our stress. Kila siku kuna stress zake, na kama una mental health strong poa, hizo stress unapitia kila siku kuzihandle ni ngumu. Inafaa tukue rada, we be alert in our mental health. Our health, venye mind brain zetu zinafaa, tumeambiwa hapa na guest wetu Nimo, that our brains, our health depends on our brain too. So keep it up guys, share, comment hapo downtown. Si mnaelewa kama kawaida, we elevate, we engage and we motivate. This is Joymaker Show. See you next time. Is your host Remy Ramatos. Bye bye.
I want to tell the youth to make their smile cheap and your anger expensive. This is a very important formula for life. When you smile more, you spread that smile. When you get angry more, you spread that anger to others. And the other words I'd like to say is, our programs are scientifically proven. The breathing techniques that we teach, the meditation that we teach, is scientifically proven and accepted program in 143 universities in the USA as a very strong mental health program, which is assisting and helping thousands of youth. So get onto it, do some meditation, and get out and do some sports activities. That's it from me.